नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। So today is the Cida Dahi festival, Panihati festival, also called Danda Mahostav. Lord Nityananda Prabhu giving punishment to Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. So I'll be describing that. गौडोद्यानं गौरमेघ सिञ्च स्वालोकनामृतैः भावाग्निदग्ध जनता विरूढा संजीवयत्. By the nectar of his personal glance, the cloud known as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu poured water upon the garden of Gauda Desha and revived the people, who were like creepers and plants burning in the forest fire of material existence. संन्यास करी प्रभु यवे शांतिपुर आइला, तबे आसी रघुनाथ प्रभु रे मिलिला. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Shantipur after accepting sannyas, Raghunath Das came and met him. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Raghunath Das went to Advaita Acharya's home in Shantipur to meet Mahaprabhu, hoping to attain his darshan and mercy. Seeing Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das fell at Lord's lotus feet, absorbed in ecstatic love of God. The Lord, desiring to bestow his mercy, touched him with his lotus feet. Raghunath's father, Govardhan Das Majumdar, had much faith in Advaita Acharya Prabhu and thus always rendered service to him. Advaita Acharya was very happy with the family. They had a family priest, Yadunandana Acharya, who was a disciple of Advaita Acharya, and also Balram Acharya. So Balram Acharya is very close to Haridas Thakur, and Yadunandana Acharya is very close to Vasudeva Datta. So by Advaita Acharya's mercy, Raghunath Das received the Lord's eminence and was able to render service to the Lord for 5 or 7 days until Mahaprabhu returned to Sri Jagannath Puri. After returning home, Raghunath Das became mad with ecstatic love of God. He would try to run away from home again and again to go to Nilachal to meet with Mahaprabhu, but his father kept catching him and bringing him back home. His father employed 5 guards to watch him day and night, 4 servants to serve him, and 2 brahmanas to cook for him. In total, 11 people were continuously keeping Raghunath Das under control. Because of this, he could not go. He could not go to Jagannath Puri and was thus very unhappy. Raghunath meets Mahaprabhu in Shantipur for a second time. Eva yadi Mahaprabhu Shantipur aila suniya pitare Raghunath nivedila. When Raghunath Das found out that Mahaprabhu had arrived at Santipur, he made a request to his father. After visiting Ramakeli, Mahaprabhu stopped his journey at Vrindavan and returned to Santipur. There he met with Raghunath Das Goswami for a second time. Having heard that Mahaprabhu had again come to Santipur, Raghunath requested his father, please allow me to go see the lotus feet of the Lord. If you do not give me permission, my life will not remain within this body. Hearing his father consented and sent many people and items along with him. Raghunath stayed in Mahaprabhu's company for 7 days. Although there were many people surrounding the Lord, he accepted Raghunath into his personal service. Raghunath began thinking day and night, how shall I be able to become free from the hands of the gods? How can I go with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Nilachal? Since Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all knowing, he could understand Raghunath Das' heart and spoke the following reassuring instructions. Be calm and go back home. Don't be a madman. Step by step, you'll be able to cross the ocean of material existence. Don't become a false renunciant for show only. For the present, accept the objects of the material world without becoming detached. Within your heart, remain very faithful while externally behaving like an ordinary man. In this way, Krishna will soon be pleased with you and deliver you from the clutches of the Maya. This is the instruction we see from Rupa Goswami. Anasaktasya Vishayane Taraham Upayanyita Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandha Yukta Vairagyam. It's the real renunciation is internal detachment. Externally, we carry out all the duties. So otherwise, it's a false renunciation like the prapanchikata ya buddhya mari sammanti vastuna Falgu ಗತ್ತದೆ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷ ಪರಿತ್ಯಾಗ ಫಲ್ಗು ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಗತ್ತದೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮರ್ಕಡ್ ವರ್ಗ ಫಲ್ಗು ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ false. We don't have any internal attraction attachment to the Lord's lotus feet, but we try to externally show. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here clearly warned how we should conduct. Having unflinching faith within, Mahaprabhu said, but never display a false show of renunciation. Always avoid Markad Vairagya, monkey like renunciation, Smashan Vairagya, temporary mood that arises upon seeing a dead in cemetery, and Falgu Vairagya, having attachment to mundane things while displaying intense renunciation. The Vraja Devis never display the love they have for Krishna. They never say, just see how much bhakti I have for Krishna. In this way, Mahaprabhu taught Raghunath Das Goswami to follow the moods of the Vraja Devis. These instructions of Mahaprabhu are his great mercy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further told Raghunath Das Goswami, when I come back to Nilachal after seeing Vrindavan, at that time you can think of some trick to escape and come to me. Krishna will reveal to you at that time how to do this. Who can stop that person to whom Krishna gives his mercy? Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya and other bhaktas became very happy upon seeing Raghunath. They gave him profuse blessings. He thus became the recipient of their mercy. In this way, Mahaprabhu sent Raghunath Das back home, where he began practicing everything he had heard. Upon returning home, Raghunath Das gave up his external renunciation and madness and began performing his duties in a detached manner. This greatly pleased Raghunath Das' parents, and they slackened their watch on him. Even though Raghunath was performing the duties of an ordinary family man, he was inwardly completely renounced. He followed Mahaprabhu's instruction. He did not show his renunciation outwardly. Seeing the change in Raghunath after Mahaprabhu's darshan, his father thought Mahaprabhu has given very good instruction to Raghunath. In the meantime, Raghunath would secretly absorb himself in Harinam while constantly remembering Mahaprabhu and his associates. Raghunath Das attempts to escape now. नायम आत्म प्रवचनेन लभ्यो न मेधाय न बहुना श्रुतेन यम एवैष वृणते तेन लभ्यस्तस्यैव आत्मा विवृणते तनं स्वाम. Kathopanishad 1 to 23. Prabhupada quotes this verse again and again. The Supreme Lord cannot be reached by lecturing, by intellect, or by studying many scriptures. Rather, he alone can achieve the Supreme Lord upon whom the Lord chooses to bestow his mercy. To him, the Lord reveals his own true personal form. When news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return from Vrindavan reached Raghunath Das, he made efforts to go to the lotus feet of the Lord. Meanwhile, soldiers of the Muslim king, headed by tax officer, arrived in Saptagram. That's where Raghunath Das Goswami and his father, Govardhan Majumdar, lives. Adi Saptagram. To arrest Raghunath Das' father and uncle Hiranya Das had made an agreement to collect taxes on behalf of government and deliver three-quarters of his collection to the king. Due to this agreement, the old Muslim collector lost his post and had become very inimical. Although his father and uncle were collecting 20 lakh rupees on behalf of the government, they were only giving 12 lakhs instead of 15. Therefore, the tax collector sent a report to the king and brought soldiers to arrest them. Govardhan Das and Niranja Das had left in advance, having been warned of the soldiers' imminent arrival for their capture would have led to severe punishment. Unable to find Niranja and Govardhan, the tax official arrested Raghunath. After the arrest, the Muslim began chastising Raghunath Das, telling him, "Tell me where your father and his elder brother are, otherwise I will punish you." He began doing this every day and sometimes becoming frustrated, he would go to beat Raghunath. But seeing Raghunath's saintly face, his anger would subside and he would refrain from harming him. The tax officer was somewhat afraid of Raghunath Das because Raghunath belonged to an aristocratic Kayastha family and therefore he would only verbally chastise him. Speaking sweet words, Raghunath Das said, "My father, uncle, and yourself live harmoniously with great happiness because you consider yourselves to be like brothers. All brothers fight now and again about one thing or another. Sometimes they will fight and sometimes they are affectionate toward each other. Therefore, at the end of the day, even though you are now fighting, I am sure you three brothers will soon be sitting together in one place in peace. I am their child, so I am your child as well. Why do you want to chastise me? You should care for me, not punish me, because you are my maintainer. You are not ordinary. You know all scriptures and are almost a saint. Don't worry, soon my father and uncle will repay the money." Hearing Raghunath the sweet word, the Muslim tax collector's heart melted and tears began flowing down his beard. He said, "From today you are my son. I will find some means or other to release you." The tax collector spoke to the Ujir minister and had Raghunath released. With affection, he told Raghunath, "Your father's elder brother Hiranya is not very intelligent. He has kept 800,000 coins for himself, but part of that is my share. Therefore, make some arrangement for me to meet your uncle to reconcile this problem. Whatever he deems fit to give me, I will accept. I will depend on him." Raghunath Das arranged a meeting between his uncle and tax collector and peace was established. In this way, 1 year passed, but the next year Raghunath again decided to leave home. One night he got up and ran away, but his father caught him in a faraway place and brought him back. Now that Mahaprabhu returned to Nilachal Puri, he was the constant object of Raghunath's remembrance. No longer able to tolerate his separation from the Lord, Raghunath began to repeatedly run away from home to try and meet him. But every time he was caught and brought back, his parents stationed many guards around to watch him, but still he would find ways to escape. However, he was always found and brought home after 1 or 2 days. His mother finally said to Govardhan Das, "Raghunath has become mad. You should bind him with some rope until his intelligence returns." But Govardhan Das replied in a sad voice, "It is impossible to bind Raghunath with any rope from this world. The heart has already been bound to Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu's Prema Dharma has made him mad. Therefore, the love of his parents, his most beautiful wife, comparable to a heavenly goddess, kingly splendor and riches, is all insignificant to him. The insignificant ropes of material attachment and family cannot bind a person who has received or who has intense greed for pure love. Those who have Mahaprabhu's mercy cannot be bound by anything in this world." Haridas Thakur had been regularly visiting Raghunath Das' home and conveying Mahaprabhu's instruction to him. But this ended when Haridas Thakur left to stay in Jagannath Puri. Advaita Acharya, Sivananda Sen, Raghav Pandit, and other devotees of Gaudadesh would annually go to Puri for Rath Yatra festival, and they would spend the 4 months of Chaturmas in the Lord's company. But Raghunath Das could not take even a step outside of his home because he was so heavily guarded. He would pray day and night. When will I be able to leave everything, go to Mahaprabhu? Now we will see that because of his intensity, now Lord Nityananda's mercy is coming. Raghunath Das Nityananda Pase Gila, Cida Dadi Mahotsava Tahani Karila. Raghunath Das went to Sri Nityananda who ordered him to arrange a festival of chipped rice and yogurt. One day on Mahaprabhu's order, Nityananda Prabhu and his associates visited the village of Panihati. On the eastern banks of Ganga, the Lord had appeared to make the radiant love of the Brajavasis available to everyone, even those considered low nature like the gold merchant, the people of Swarnam Muliks, and people of all castes were accepted and received Prema Bhakti from Nityananda Prabhu. At Panihati, Lord Nityananda Prabhu would stay in the home of Raghav Pandit, who was a great associate of Lord. Hearing about Lord Nityananda Prabhu's arrival, Raghunath Das Goswami considered something in his mind and being eager for Lord Nityananda Prabhu's darshan, he asked his father for permission to go to Panihati. "You may go," his father replied. "I will send guards and servants with you, as well as sufficient funds so that you can arrange to serve the devotees." After giving him many gold coins, Raghunath Das' father told him, "Return with the blessings and mercy of the Vaishnavas." Lord Nityananda Prabhu stayed for 3 months in that area, performing Nama Sankirtan with a large assembly of associates on both sides of the Ganga. He went to Varahanagar, Patabadi, Panihati, Kardadaha. He also visited birthplace of Sri Iswarapuri, Kumarhatta, and the Pada Pita of Sri Madhavendra Puri. Nityananda Prabhu began a huge Sankirtan movement on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For months, the devotees and associates of Lord Nityananda Prabhu were engaged completely in Sankirtan. Forgetting everything else, Lord Nityananda Prabhu invited Leela Shakti there and arranged for all the jivas to benefit from her mercy. He made the devotees so intoxicated with the bliss of Nama Sankirtan that everyone forgot about food and water completely. We heard recently from Guru Maharaj about this 3 months, month or 3 months, everybody was dancing, no eating, no sleeping, nothing. So we can't even conceive of this idea. On his Chan Prabhu, accompanied by his associates, arrived in Panihati early in the morning. He sat on the bank of Ganga and Kirtan continued all the while. There on the river bank, he thought Pulina Bhojan, breakfast with Krishna and the Sakas on the banks of the Yamuna. He remembered how Krishna entered the forest of Raja with the calves, and how his Sakas play many musical instruments. Baladev Prabhu walks in the front of the party and is followed by elder Sakas and the 1 2 year old calves. Next come Krishna's Priya Sakas and then more calves. Then come to the other groups. In this way, 5 groups of Sakas accompany Krishna to the forest. The Sakis and Manjaris, some hidden in the forest and some on the roofs of their homes, watch Krishna leaving Nanda Bhavan. Some gopis stand on the edge of the path with gifts for Krishna. Krishna takes flowers from one gopi, sweets from another, drink from another, teases another gopi. While going along, the sakas are singing and playing on flutes and horns and other instruments. That kirtan is so enchanting. The playful cows are dancing with the sakas. No one feels any lethargy. Where there is no kirtan, there is lethargy. Without kirtan, people cannot have strength. Devoid of that nectar, they will appear practically dead. In that place where kirtana rasa is prevalent, the heart of the people that go there will be filled with the divine nectar of Raj. Their souls will be nourished and vitalized. Raja Sankirtan Ras is manifest during Sri Krishna's cow grazing pastimes or Gostalila. That morning, Lord Nityan Prabhu began his Gostalila Kirtan and the Bhaktas were all danced in bliss. As this was going on, Raghunath Das Goswami arrived. Lord Nityan Prabhu knew who he is. He knew that before Krishna goes to the forest, the gopis prepare everything for his refreshment in the groves of Raja. Sometimes Krishna has his morning meal before going on Gocharana, and sometimes, if there is no time, he takes breakfast with him, and he and his friends eat on the bank of Yamuna under the banyan tree. From Vamsi Vata until Bandiravan, the footage of banyan trees spread, making a beautiful canopy for Krishna to pass under. The Sakas climb and play on the branches which span the breadth of the Yamuna. Krishna and Sakas enjoy breakfast and great festivity. They eat, play, and tease each other. Madhumangala is especially teased. Madhumangala acts in a way to encourage this knowingly, accepting this role to further please Krishna and the Sakas. The Sakas thus enjoy Hasyaras, laughter, and joking. Lord Nityananda Prabhu was more effulgent than millions of suns, was sitting on a large rock under a tree on the bank of Ganga, absorbed in this Pulina Bhojan, surrounded by, means next to the Ganga. That is what Pulina means. Surrounded by his associates, seeing this scene, Raghunath Das was astonished and he offered a prostrated obeisance from a distance. A servant of Lord Nityananda Prabhu pointed out, there is Raghunath Das offering pranam to you. Hearing this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, a thief has come to show himself. Lord Nityananda Prabhu called Raghunath forward and saying, come, come, today I will punish you. At first, Raghunath did not go near the Lord, but Lord Nityananda Prabhu then brought him closely with his attractive force and placed his lotus feet on his head. Kautaki Nityananda Sahaje Dayamai Raghunath Kahe Kichu Anand Sadai. Lord Nityananda Prabhu is naturally very merciful and humorous. Being merciful, he spoke to Raghunath Das. Nityananda Prabhu said, thief, I have caught you now. I shall punish you. Why are you hiding? I will not allow you to hide any longer. Now arrange to feed everyone present varieties of yogurt and flat rice. This is your punishment. You have brought such sweet things from Rajamandal, but you are hiding them. Now I give you permission. Begin your distribution at once. This is the Vraja Bhakti. Vraja Prema is distributing. Now begins the Vraja Bhakti distribution. Samaskrita ye padapallava plavam mahat padam punya iso murare bhavam budir vatsa padam param padam 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 yat padam natesham. For those who take refuge in the boat of the Lord's lotus feet, who shelters the creation and is renowned as Murari, the ocean of material existence is like the water contained in a calf's hoof print. Their destination is the supreme abode, not the place where danger exists at every step. Calf's hoof print you can cross because it's so small. That ocean of material existence will become like that. The minute you take the shelter of the Lord and His representatives, lotus feet, and serving and following. Remembering the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das left the jungle path, fled to jungle, and ran to Jagannath Puri. He began walking 13 miles a day, hardly drank or ate. One night he rested in a cowshed and milkman gave him some milk. Das Goswami would barely take rest and in this way continually walk or run onward. Back at his house, guards and servants were unable to find him. They then went to ask Adinandana Acharya, who said, "With my permission, he left my company and went back home." The alarm was right as everyone cried, Raghunath Das has left. His father sent out guards to search everywhere. He even had 10 of his servants intercept Sivananda Sen Prabhu and his group of devotees who were traveling to Puri via the main road. Sivananda Sen informed the servant, Raghunath is not with us. When the servants returned home empty handed, Raghunath Das' parents were filled with anxiety. After traveling for some time, Raghunath turned towards south and proceeded. He crossed the place known as Chatraboga, and avoiding the main road, he traveled on the rural pathways that went from village to village. Not caring about his body, he traveled all day without eating. Hunger did not impede him, for his heart and mind was already fixed on the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would keep his life years together by eating and drinking whatever he could find here and there. Sometimes he munched on fried grains, sometimes he was able to cook something, sometimes he would drink milk. Usually it would take a traveler at least 30 days to reach Puri by foot, but Raghunath covered the distance in just 12 days. Meeting Mahaprabhu now in Jagannath Puri. Yomam dustar geha nijjal महाकूपाद अपार क्लमान सद्य सांद्र दयाम बुद्धि प्रकृति स्व स्वरी कृपा रज्जुभि विधृत्यात्म सरोज निंदि चरण प्रांतम प्रपद्य स्वयं श्री दामोदर सच्चकार तम अहम चैतन्य चंद्रम भजे. I worship the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who by his unbounded mercy kindly rescued me from household life, which is just like a covered dried well, and put me under the care of Sarup Damodar Goswami, thus drowning me in an ocean of transcendental joy. When Raghunath Das arrived in Puri, he went straight to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was sitting with his associates headed by Sarup Damodar Goswami. Seeing Mahaprabhu, he fell down like a rod and offered his obeisance from far. Mukunda Datta noted, Raghunath Das is here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately welcomed Raghunath Das. Come here, he said affectionately. Raghunath Das clasped the Lord's lotus feet. Mahaprabhu stood up and mercifully embraced him. Raghunath Das offered praise to all the devotees headed by Sarup Damodar Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thus merciful to Raghunath Das and all his associates also embraced him. Lord spoke to Raghunath Das as follows. वो कहे कृष्ण कृपा बलिष्ठ सभाहिते तुम्हारे कादिला विषय विष्टा garta haite. The mercy of Krishna is stronger than anything else. Therefore, he delivered you from the ditch of the material life, which is like a hole for people to pass stool in. Raghunath Das thought, I don't know Krishna, I only know you, and that by your mercy I have been saved from family life. Mahaprabhu said, your father and uncle knew Nilambar Chakravarti, the grandfather of Mahaprabhu. Well, therefore, due to their close relationship, I see them as my grandfathers. They were like the younger brothers of Nilambar Chakravarti, serving him in many ways. Therefore, I may joke about them. Your father and uncle are like worms and stool in a ditch. They consider the great pain of poison of sense gratification to actually be happiness. Even though they give charity to Brahmanas and assist them in many ways, they are not pure Vaishnavas. They are Vaishnava Praya. In other words, externally they seem to be Vaishnavas, but internally they lack the true symptoms of pure Vaishnavas. Because of their own actions or karma, Mahaprabhu continued, those who are attached to materialistic affairs are blind to spiritual life. They are repeatedly born and die miserably in this world. Sri Krishna kindly delivered you from such condemned life. The glories of Krishna's mercy are beyond words. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart melted when he observed Raghunath Das' skinny and dirty condition. Speaking to Sarup Damodar, he said, I am offering this Raghunath into your care. Accept him as your son and servant. Now we have three Raghunaths in our company. The Vaidya Raghunath, Bhatta Raghunath, Raghunath Das. Raghunath Das shall be known as Suruper Raghu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Raghunath Das' hands and placed them into the hands of Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, who embraced Raghunath and accepted him by the Lord's desire. It is not possible to describe the Mahaprabhu's affection for his devotees. Noticing the hardships Raghunath had endured coming to Puri, Mahaprabhu instructed Govinda to look after Raghunath for some days until his health returned. The Lord told Raghunath to go and bathe in the ocean, take darshan of Lord Jagannath, and return for prasad. Raghunath then met with all the devotees present. They were astonished to see Mahaprabhu's mercy upon him and praised his good fortune. Once he had darshan of Jagannath and bathed in the ocean, Raghunath returned to Govinda, who gave him Mahaprabhu's remnant. Raghunath honored Prasad with great happiness. Sarup Damodar Goswami made all arrangements for Raghunath Das Goswami and looked after him in all respects. Now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Raghunath Das Goswami. Ya sarva lokaika mano abhiruchya saubhagya bhu kachid akrishta pacha yatrayam aropana tulya kalam tat prema saki falavan atulya. Raghunath Das Goswami was very pleasing to all the devotees and was like a fertile ground of good fortune that did not need to be tilled. It was suitable for the seed of prema to be sown in, for it at once grew into an incomparable tree of divine love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and produced unprecedented fruit. For the first 5 days, Govinda Prabhu, the personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, gave Mahaprabhu's prasad remnant to Raghunath Das Goswami. After that, however, Raghunath Das started standing outside the eastern gate of Jagannath Puri temple known as Simhadwar to beg alms after watching the Pushpanjali or flower offering to Lord Jagannath. After finishing their nightly service, the servants of Lord Jagannath leave the temple. They arrange prasad from the shopkeepers and give it to any poor Vaishnava. Begging at the Simhadwar, this has been the custom for thousands of years. The Vaishnavas perform Nam Sankirtan all day and freely visit Lord Jagannath. Some beg from charity booths, eat whatever is given, and others beg at night outside the Simhadwar gate. महाप्रभु भक्त गणेर वैराग्य प्रधान यारा देखी प्रीतहना Gaura Bhagavan. Renunciation is prominent in the lives of Mahaprabhu's devotees. Seeing their renunciation, Gaura Bhagavan was very pleased. One day, Govinda Prabhu told Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das does not take prasad from me anymore. He begs at Simhadwar and eats whatever he gets. Mahaprabhu became pleased and said, Good. As a renunciant, he is acting properly. A Vairagi should maintain his life by begging a little food like a bumblebee who collects from many flowers. So, a renunciant should always perform congregation chanting of the Lord's holy name. You should maintain his life by begging and eating what he receives. If a Vairagi depends on others, Krishna will neglect him and he will not attain perfection. If Vairagi is greedy to satisfy his tongue, he will lose all his spiritual wealth and come under the control of the dictates of his tongue. The duty of Vairagi is to always perform Nam Sankirtan and only fill his belly with whatever green leafy vegetables, fruits, and roots are available. One who runs here and there trying to satisfy his tongue becoming devoted to genitals and the belly does not attain Krishna. One day Raghunath Das submitted a request at the lotus feet of Sarod Damodar. I do not know for what purpose I have given up household life. What is my duty? Kindly instruct me. This is the way one should ask, even though we may know, but we should humbly submit. Raghunath Das did not speak directly to the Lord, rather he would speak his mind through Sarup Damodar and Govinda Prabhu. The next day, Sarup Damodar Goswami submitted Raghunath Das' question to Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das is asking, what is my duty? Please give me some instruction from your own transcendental mouth. Smiling, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das, I have already given Sarup Damodar Goswami as your guide. You can learn the truth from him, from about the goal and process from him. I do not know as much as he. Still, if you have faith in my instruction, then know this for sure. ग्राम्य कथा ना सुनबे ग्राम्य वार्ता ना कहिबे बाला ना कहिबे आरा बला ना पारिबे अमानि मानदा आना कृष्ण नाम सदा लइबे व्रज राधा कृष्ण सेवा मनसे करिबे. Very important instruction. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela 6 chapter 236 to 237. Do not listen or to discuss worldly topics. Do not eat tasty rich food, not just in expensive clothing. Do not demand respect, but respect everyone. And in this way, always chant Krishna's name while internally serving Radha, Krishna, and Vraj. I have instructed you in brief. You can get a detailed explanation from Sarup Damodar Goswami. Trunadapi Sunichena Saroravi Sahishnavana Manadena Kirtanaya Sadahari. In one essence, that's what it is. That's why it is there in Six Shastra. Thinking oneself lower than a blade of grass, being more tolerant than a tree, not expecting respect and always honoring others, always chant the Lord's holy names. Raghunath Das offered prayers at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who embraced him out of kindness. Mahaprabhu again entrusted him to Sarup Damodar Goswami, and in his association, Raghunath Das began rendering confidential service. In this way, we can see how Raghunath Das received mercy. So, we'll read a little more and then we'll conclude. Raghunath Das special pastimes after Mahaprabhu left in Vraja. षोडश वत्सर कैला अंतरंग सेवन स्वरूपेर अंतर्धाने ऐला वृंदावन. Raghunath rendered intimate service to the Lord for 16 years. And after the disappearance of Sarup Damodar Goswami, he left Jagannath Puri and went to Vrindavan. After some time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered into the deity of Tota Gopinath, disappeared from this world. Shortly afterwards, Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami disappeared as well, as Sri Gadadhar Pandit, as well as Sri Ramanand Rai. One by one, all of Mahaprabhu's associates began leaving this world. Some left Puri to go to Navadvip, Vrindavan, and are here and there. Jagannath Puri became completely desolate. Raghunath Das Goswami went mad in separation, unable to tolerate this pain. Raghunath decided to give up his life. He thought, I will give up my life in Vrindavan by jumping off the peaks of Giriraj, Govardhan, or by drowning in the Yamuna. But first, I will see Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Thinking like this, he left Puri and went to Vrindavan. In his Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes Das Goswami coming to Vraja in his activities there. Raghunath Das Goswami had decided to go to Vrindavan to see the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sanatan, then to give up his life by jumping from Giriraj Govardhan. When he visited Sri Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, he offered his obeisance to them, but the two brothers did not let him give up his life. They treated him like their third brother and kept him close by. They would listen from him continuously about all the external and internal pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Reducing his intake of sustenance to a mere palmful of buttermilk, Das Goswami daily chanted 1 lakh of Harinam, offered 1,000 prostrate obeisances to Sri Radha, Krishna and their associates, and offered 2,000 obeisances to the Vaishnavas and holy places. On Parikrama, he offered obeisance to all the pastime places while meditating on their glories. Day and night, he served the divine couple with his mind. For 3 hours a day, he discoursed about the pastimes and teachings of Mahaprabhu. As soon as Das Goswami met a Vaishnava, he would embrace him and show him utmost respect. He spent all but an hour and a half of each day awake and engaged in bhakti. Some days he didn't rest at all, and while sleeping, he dreamed only of Radha Krishna's loving service. He never wasted a single moment. His sadhana and discipline strikes one as wondrous. कुलादि देवता मोर मदन मोहना Yandra Sevaka Raghunatha Rupa Sanatam. Sri Krishnadas Guras Goswami says, I accept as my family deity Madan Mohan, whose worshippers are Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami. Raghunath Das took shelter of Sri Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, who gave him darshan of all the pastime places in Praja. Understanding his intention to give up his life, Sanatana Goswami told Raghunath Das, I once used to think like you and wanted to give up my life, but Mahaprabhu told me one cannot attain Krishna by giving up one's life. If so, I would have done so 1,000 times. They then advised him to do bhajan on the bank of Radha Kund. Following their instruction, Das Goswami took up residence there, and Rupa and Sanatana Goswami would from time to time come to see him. Today we are seeing Radha Kund. This is after Mahaprabhu left. This is actually Raghunath Das Goswami who has actually made it all this Radha Kund Sham Kund very nice actually. To be a holy place so that everybody can visit and all. That's all done by service of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. One day, Sri Sanatana Goswami saw that Srimad Radharani herself was holding her veil to cover her dear devotee Das Goswami. From the intense heat of the afternoon sun, she was perspiring and yet was smiling as she held her veil. Raghunath Das Goswami was an internal confidence. He did not externally realize that Supreme Goddess was personally shielding him from the burning rays of the sun. Another day, Sanatana Goswami came to visit Raghunath Das Goswami and saw that two tigers were drinking the water of Sri Radha Kund while Das Goswami was sitting nearby. Internally absorbed in meditation, concerned for Raghunath Das' safety because of his complete detachment from his body, Sanatana Goswami at the Vrajavasis built a small hut for him there. Das Goswami used to perform bhajan in the mood of great distress, weeping and calling out to Radha Krishna and their associate, Hey Radhe, Vrajadevi Kecha Lalite, Hey Nanda Suno Kuta, Oh Krishna, where are you? Oh Lalita, Oh Vishaka, where are you? Oh Radhe, where are you? This is what Prabhupada said many times. This is how the six Goswami, they never said, I'm a great devotee, I found, I have Krishna, I have Radharani. They never said like that. They're always searching. That means they haven't found. They're not devotees yet. And that's how they are. Prabhupada is very carefully mentioning again and again this point. Means we should be always endeavoring. We should never think we are great devotees. Seeing Raghunath Das' intense separation and how he was always weeping for Srimad Radhika, Sri Rupa Goswami decided to give him his newly written book, Sri Lalita Madhava, to read. Reading that book, however, intensified Sri Raghunath Das Goswami's separation and he became like a mad person. He would clasp the book tightly to his chest and weep uncontrollably. His tears even started to smudge certain parts of the book. Rupa Goswami wanted to take that book away from him, but Das Goswami did not want to give it back. Lift his dear friend spirits, Rupa Goswami then wrote Dana Kel Kaumudi, a humorous book based on Krishna demanding tax from Srimad Radhika and the gopis at Dana Ghati in Govardhan. He wrote this book for the happiness of Raghunath Das. When Das Goswami received the book from Sri Rupa Goswami, he became delighted. He began laughing and laughing, sometimes uncontrollably. Sri Rupa Goswami then cleverly told him, I need to make some corrections in Sri Lalita Madhava and quickly took that book back. But his attention, his intensity increased rather. राधा पक्ष छाड़ी जय जना से जन जय भावे से भावे ताके अमी तो राधिका पक्षपाती सदा कबू नाही हेरा ताके. I am always in Radha's group and never look at those who leave her, no matter who they are or what their mood is. The Vrajavasis loved and respected Das Goswami. Every day they would offer him buttermilk for his sustenance, but he would only accept one leaf cup full. One day, Vrajavasi gave him buttermilk in a large leaf cup than usual. Das Goswami asked, "Where did you bring this from?" "Saki Sali," replied the Vrajavasi. This pleased Das Goswami sternly said, "You brought it from Chandravali's place? I shall never drink buttermilk in leaf cups from Saki Sali. Leave this place at once." The Rajvasi was bewildered but understood in time that Das Goswami is Radha Pakshiya, especially inclined towards the service of Srimati Radhika. He wouldn't accept anything that was contrary to this mood. Previously, Mahaprabhu had instructed him, Gramya Katha na sunve, Gramya Vartana kaive. Do not hear or speak on useless village talk. In a higher sense, this means to never hear the names or topics of the Vipaksha gopis who are against Srimati Radhika. This instruction is fully appropriate for the Swapaksha gopis of Srimati Radhika. गोवर्धन అయితే మోర కే ఇహాన్ అనిల పాన కృష్ణేర లీలా dekite na paila. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Who has brought me here from Govardhan Hill? I was seeing Lord Krishna's pastime, but now I cannot see him." Raghunath Das Goswami was always absorbed in Manasi Seva, internal service in a spiritual form. He would make a special sweet rice with almonds and under the guidance of Srimati Radharani. Sri Krishna became very happy by taking this kshira. One time Krishna said to Srimati Radhika, "Ratimanjari cooks this kshira so nicely. Let's give her some of what she cooked." Raghunath Das Goswami then honored the prasad in his form in eternal Golok Vrindavan. As a result, his stomach became upset in this physical realm, for he was not accustomed to such rich food. It was also arranged by the Lord so that people would realize the validity of Manasi Seva. The Vrajavasis called for a Kaviraj, doctor who examined Sri Das Goswami and said, "He has eaten kshira with almond and his stomach is not used to digesting heavy food. How can that be?" The Vrajavasi replied, "He only drinks buttermilk. Ask him if he ate almond kshira." The Vrajavasi approached Raghunath Das Goswami and asked him as the doctor advised. He replied, "The gopis forcibly fed me almond kshira. What could I do?" By exhibiting this pastime, Das Goswami showed how Manasi Seva, internally conceived service in Braja, is real and tangible and a great way to progress in spiritual life. In this way, you can understand the glories of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami on this auspicious day of Panihati, Cida, Dahi festival. Lord Nityananda Prabhu's punishment to Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, which is a great, actually, great mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, by which he attained Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and is a great associate Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, and finally Rupa and Sanatana. You can see how much he became an exalted personality. He is a Prayojana Tattva Acharya. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna Gandhras Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare Krishna.